Hull is known for many things: the Humber Bridge, the sports teams, its fishing heritage, and even the role the docks played in both world wars. But looking under the surface of the city reveals a bustling and community-driven music scene with the new Adelphi Club at the centre, existing for over 40 years and hosting the likes of Green Day, Oasis and Radiohead, to more modern superstars such as Lizzo and Adele. As of recently, small grassroots music venues such as the Adelphi have been closing, and 130 of them were in 2023 alone. However, this small independently run venue still prevails to this day, over 40 years after opening, and providing a much needed platform to young rising stars in the industry.
Yeah, I think it's really lovely. You know, everyone's really friendly at Adelphi, and it's very welcoming, and you know, everyone's there for each other. You rarely get any animosity or drama at Adelphi. You know, everything's self-policed. It's a great place, really. It brings a lot of people together. Well, I mean, hopefully I don't ever see it closing because it's got a lot of support. But it is a big tie in the city, really, and it's a big part of a lot of people's lives. You know, it's probably one of the most important venues in Hull for, you know, helping up and coming bands, and sort of just as a community space, really. Yeah, it'd be sad if it ever did go, but I think with all the support behind that, I doubt it would. It seems to be a long-standing surviving venue. One of the gigs that stuck in my mind was Psychedelic Porn Crumpets from Australia. I only went really because I was curious about the name. I didn't actually know who they were, but that was like one of my first Adelphi experiences, where there was like it was sweaty and everyone was bouncing and it was packed out, and then yeah, probably just a lot of similar gigs. You know, live music is it's my way, and I think that's probably a lot of other people's way of how you connect with people and how you socialise, and it's mentally good for your health as well, mentally. It has a lot of positive effects that way as well. Yeah, I think it's quite unsuspecting from the outside. Bands sometimes don't really know where they're playing, because obviously it's got a lot of historic value and things with all the bands that have come through and played there, a lot of big bands, and they always bring grassroots bands up. But it's quite unsuspecting from the outside, because I mean it doesn't look glamorous, but then, you know, when they come in and they meet Clive and they go in that room in the back, and it has all the names of bands, you know, Oasis, Green Day, the Cranberries, all bands that have come up through the Adelphi. It usually shocks people. Yeah, people should definitely go out, support your local venue, support your local bands, you know, just do as much as you're able to do, really. I mean, it's cheap compared to Auto arenas and things, paying £100 to see one band. You know, you're not even close to them. I think the connection and the feeling that you get from music and into the venue is, to me, it's worth a lot more.
Well, so Bunker Pop, you know, the resident like Adelphi house band, they like when they play, they often have this massive like conga train that just goes around the Adelphi. And I've been told before they played Vista Festival, and there was a conga train that went into, I think it was this kind of like a fun house kind of thing, like a blow up fun house, and they went round like that, and the people that were running it were like, oh no, you can't come in, you're not kids, but they just like zoomed on in anyways. They all came down the slide and it was all backed up. But yeah, these bands like that, it can only happen like around here in this music scene. It's just stupid stuff like that just makes it great. Well, I think music in Hull, because we're at an end of the line city, like no one really passes through. I think it makes the whole place a lot tighter. Everyone's, you know, helping out each other a lot more, because you don't get like like with Leeds and York and Manchester and stuff, where like these big cities that people pass through all the time. You know, Hull's like it's at the end of a railway track, a city that no one's really ever heard of. So musicians have to help each other out to actually make a difference. So I think the whole scene, like in comparison to other scenes, is a lot more tight knit, and it has to be to actually get anywhere and do anything with your music. Yeah, it means a lot. You know, being in bands and stuff. It's a great outlet for all kinds of stuff. And then working in bars where we've got live music on, it's great to be around like that atmosphere all the time. It's a great like tight knit community. It brings people together. It's just brilliant. I think it'd be a massive loss to not have like that kind of community anymore. To not have that place for everyone to come together to watch bands, to watch live music. It'd be a massive loss. And I think it just have such a negative impact on like everyone, like businesses, jobs, people's general well-being. It'd just have a massive impact, I think.
I wouldn't be who I am today without live music. So without playing gigs, I wouldn't be a teacher. It's given me things to do. It's given me like joy in life. It's also just validated myself as an artist. So places like this and small venues that put on acts and bands, and even someone as rubbish as I am, and allow them to have their platform and their art. It's massive, because these don't exist everywhere. Because all the Adelphi is about is supporting artists. That's what it's for. That's its first mission. So yeah, it's impacted me and it's changed my life. Like this venue and playing live and live music is vital to me. So yeah, it couldn't have changed my life any more than anything.
Make sure you got enough change, make sure people are arriving at the right time, make sure you're staffed up, clean the club. And then usually about 6-7 o'clock, bands will start arriving for sound check. The sound man will arrive for sound check. And at that point you kind of play host a little bit and just make sure everybody's happy, make sure everybody's comfortable, they're having a nice experience. And then customers come in and then it changes again, so you've got to make sure the customers are happy, make sure there's nobody causing any trouble, and just try and make sure the night goes smoothly. And it's nice when you get bus loads of new people in especially young people. As I'm getting older, it's nice to watch people, their eyes kind of open wide when they get here and they're like, oh, there's something special about this place. Yeah, it was difficult with the COVID times, and nobody was sure what was going to happen. We had to close a couple of times and then reopen again. And that was just as I joined as well. So I've got an experience in bar managing and a lot of experience in gigging, but it was a bit of an unknown for everybody. So we just kind of take it one day at a time, solve your problems. Yeah, I mean it's getting busier. I mean Paul still books good events. The membership scheme's been revamped, so we've got a lot of people coming back. We try and engage with the students as well. We just keep trying it. Like tonight we've got an event on which is part of Wilberforce College, so there's a lot of students. Keep the regulars entertained, I guess, and know that it's very important. It's the people that make a place, isn't it? In any place. Come to the Adelphi right now. A lot of people maybe don't realise they're into live music until they see a live band or they see the right live band, and it's thoroughly exciting. And coupled with that, with the social situation, is what Adelphi is about. Is that half the time you're watching the music, but half the time you're just talking to your friends or you're catching up to someone. I see it at the bar all the time. People shouting across the bar like, "Oh, Dave, I've not seen you for 10 years," and they've come back to the Adelphi, which is why it is such a centre of the community.
With a new breed of acts and patrons flowing into the Adelphi, we can remain hopeful it will stand strong for many more years to come, and remain a hub for its tight-knit community, and provide a much-needed platform for its rising artists who continue to put Hull on the map.